Okay, today I wanted to talk about 3 main things that are stopping you being the best front crawl swimmer that you can be. So I get a lot of questions about front crawl. I put a shout out on in my Instagram page about what's the biggest problem people are having, and the biggest is front crawl breathing, first of all. But the thing is, if you don't get certain elements right first, then the breathing will be off. It's just part of it. It's a whole body exercise, and you have to remember that every part of you will affect the other part of you. I know that sounds a bit complicated, but I'm going to break it down for you. Okay, so the best thing that you can do is to be as streamlined as possible in the water. So that means as straight as possible, okay? If you think about it, how I like to think about it and how I like to tell people is to be as straight as a shark. When a shark swims, they are strong and powerful and they are one shape. And that's what you need to be. You need to be one shape in the water. That's what's going to make you faster and more efficient, so less tired. So you need to practice push and glides. So it's a simple exercise, wherever the shallow end or the deep end, wherever you're comfortable, and just pushing off and gliding. Push off and glide, and do this over and over again, making sure your eyes are facing down, chin on your chest, stretched out as far as you can, legs together, feet together, arms together. And you do this over and over again, and it will help you learn to be straight in the water. It's a great practice, and it's one that a lot of people miss. And maybe they miss it because they think, I'll just jump straight in and do front crawl. I know a lot of adults, when they're learning, just want to start swimming, but you have to do the small things first. You have to take it step by step. So you've done your push and glides, and then you're thinking, okay, so how's this going to help my breathing? So you do your push and glides, and then you do your kicks. Kicks aren't always the reason that you're going to go fast through the water. Yes, they help propulsion, of course they do. They're like engines. Your legs are very powerful. But they also help with buoyancy and floating through the water in the right shape. Kicks also help you stay afloat. Sorry, my microphone was like covering half my face. I'll put it down here. So yeah, kicks help you stay afloat, okay, in the water. And that's really what we're going to use them for in this exercise. So if you know what a kickboard is used for, and you can grab a kickboard, take a kickboard, any kickboard, and hold the bottom of it, put your face in, blow your bubbles, and just kick. Shallow kicks. They don't have to be fast, but just kick them. Not right underwater and not out of the water. They need to stay at the top of the water. And it is the top of your feet that you push the water away. I don't know if you know that. But the tops of your foot are where you actually push the water away. Push the water, right? Because obviously if your foot is stuck upwards or downwards, then you're not going to get that push of the water, if that makes sense. So let's try and make sure we're actually flexing our feet. Okay, that's a whole other video if you can't do that. But if you can do that, let's just practice flexing our feet and pushing the water away at the top of the water. And again, grab the kickboard and practice that. And if you just want to blow your bubbles in the water, exhale, and then lift your head up to take a breath and put your head back down again to blow bubbles again. And do that over and over again. That's one session. Keep doing that until you feel comfortable that your feet are actually pushing you through the water. Okay, streamline kicks. The next thing is your arms. So you need to make use of your arms, okay? You've got a long arm, right? Let's make use of the whole arm. So you push the water all the way back past your body, up, over, and in the front. You can't possibly do that if you don't bend your elbows, okay? You need to bend your elbows. So you're going to push the water all the way back through. You're going to bend your elbow out of the water first, hand underneath, and then hand in front. And it is important how your hand enters the water. If you're entering it with your hands open like this and just splashing the water, That's not going to be efficient in pushing the water away. I hope that makes sense to you right now. So you want to close your fingers. Don't shut them so tightly that you're tensing your hands, but just close them, okay? Then you're getting the most water that you can, okay? This is your paddle, okay? Imagine you're a rowing boat and you've got a paddle. These are your paddles, okay? And you're going to use your paddles to push the water as efficiently as you can. So grabbing the water in front, pushing it past your body, okay, all the way back. Bring your elbows up high, hand underneath, and back in the front again. Another thing with the arms that I probably pick up instantly is the fact that people don't rotate their bodies. If you don't rotate your body from side to side when you're doing front crawl, there is no way really you're going to be able to efficiently breathe to the side. Does that make sense to you? So making sure we're rotating our body from side to side. So our hips are massively helpful in this, our shoulders, and then of course you need to move your head to breathe as well. So making sure you're pushing your hand through the water and rotating at the same time. Okay, rotate to the side. Okay, and if you rotate properly to the side, you'll be able to take a proper breath. And see, I don't really mind that people go all the way around, basically nearly on their back to take a breath, as long as they're streamline. I would prefer that than if you lifted your head out of the water and got a mouthful of water. Okay, it's better to be over-rotating, getting a breath, and being consistent with that breath so we can actually do lengths than it is to be not in the right body position. We can work backwards from there, okay? You can bring half your mouth out of the water eventually and keep a goggle in. People get so confused and so caught up on how we actually turn our heads. And when teachers are explaining it and making it look as if we're supposed to get, half an eye in, half a mouth in, and still be able to breathe. Listen, do not take it from me. I've been teaching for over 15 years. And trust me, I've taught hundreds of swimmers, adults, children. They've gone on to be competitive swimmers. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. I also swim, and I've swum competitively. You don't need to worry about the small breath. Right? You don't need to worry about that. You will get there eventually. The best thing you can do at the minute is get that body position correct, and everything else will come afterwards. Believe me. I hope you believe me. Okay? So those three things are massively important when it comes to front crawl. You can watch this video over and over again. I do and will go into depth in future videos further, but this is quite a good introduction, and it will give you an idea of where to start and where to go. There's a lot of stuff to do there, okay? Being able to do your push and glides that you may never have done before, being in the correct body position, kicking correctly, and then using your arms and your body to be able to rotate, take a breath. We will do timing, and we'll do arm timing eventually on another video. But if you can just practice those three things at the minute, that would be fantastic. And do it length by length. Don't have it in your head you want to do 25 lengths, okay? Because that might not happen today. Let's focus on just doing one, and then we can do another one. Do not worry. Do not worry who else is doing what around you. Have your blinkers on. Focus on what you want to focus on, okay? And you'll get there, I promise. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and you will see more videos like this that will help you with your swimming.